Let's talk about the Spider, the master of men. Now, if you're a follower of my channel, then thank you for being a subscriber. But you know that I love these old pulp heroes. The Spider's kind of my favorite, but you know who's making a big impression on me is Operator number 5, Secret Service Operator number 5. I'm going to start reading more of those. I've read 2 already. They're both excellent. He could surpass the Spider. Jimmy Christopher is very cool. But Richard Wentworth was kind of my first introduction to this. Obviously, I love Doc Savage, The Shadow, right? These are like obviously 2 big ones that are both amazing. So this is the 3rd book. I'm reading them in order. This is from StegerBooks.com. It's also available on Amazon as well. They're doing these reprints. Now, they're not the right size, and they're not really the same format. But they do have they do have some pictures in them that would replicate what you would have seen. So that's kind of cool, and they're very affordable, and they're almost like print on demand, so they're not going to sell out on you. You can always just get them. We're going to review this using my space system. So story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. Each category gets a score between 0 and 2. 2 is the best you can get in any category. The arts category is going to be tough because there's not a lot of art in here. It works great for my movie reviews, for my TV reviews, and especially for my comic book reviews. For the pulp reviews, it's a little bit, you know, it's not perfect, but the covers are what drew me into pulps. So the cover is going to get the most important score on the art factor. And, but let's start with the story. I'm giving it a 2 out of 2 for the story on this one. We got the Wings. This one's called the Wings of the Black Death. So the Black Death is actually a villain who is going to be spreading a plague, and he's holding people for ransom. Man, I like this story a lot. I thought this, and I'll just tell you right now, the pacing is also 2 out of 2, so both are perfect scores. Story and pacing were bloody fantastic in this. It is fast paced, lots of good stuff happening. I'll get to the characters in a minute, but Stanley Kirkpatrick starts to, like, he's always thought Wentworth was the Spider, but he's starting to really believe it, and he's like, you know, arresting him. He's like, no, you are the Spider, I know it. Lots of great stuff back and forth in this one. Again, these pulp stories are simple but cool, and that's how I'm reviewing it. Obviously, this is not a complex story like The Watchmen or something, but it gives you what you want, and it does it in an exciting way, and that's why I'm giving it a 2 out of 2 for story and 2 out of 2 for pacing. So we're going to move right into the artistry. I'm going to have to give it a 1. Like, you know, the cover's okay. I've seen covers. They're coming. Remember, this is very early on with the Spider. I've seen some covers that are insane. Okay, so we're going to get to some of those covers, which are going to be 2 out of 2. I can already tell you. And Operator 5 has some bloody awesome covers. So we're not there yet. This is early on with the Spider. So let's move on to the characters. I'm going to give the characters a 1.5 out of 2. You know, the villain is just, he's kind of good, but he's got henchmen. So far this has been the best villain that we've had for sure. Nita Van Sloan is on friggin' fire in this book. This is 1933, and you know, they always say, oh, you know, the women don't do enough, and they're always these screaming losers. Not in these books. So I don't know where this thing came from. I know that there's definitely a lot of action pictures and a lot of, you know, adventure films where the women are screaming and useless, but not in the Spider. That's for damn sure. She's like equal. She's doing a lot of cool stuff, and she's a tough girl. Great character. Obviously, Richard Wentworth is the friggin' best. And Kirkpatrick is good. The villain was good, but he's not. They're really close. They're really close to having it all perfect. This is the closest we've gotten. I could give it a 2 out of 2 for characters. No, I'm going to stick with 1.5. And also Kirkpatrick, I don't like when like they get really mean over it. Like, he's not listening. Like, Spider's like, listen, I got to talk to you for real. Something's going down, and he won't listen to him. I hate stuff like that. It's like, that really irked me. So I did have to dig in a little bit. Enjoyment factor 2 out of 2. I love this book. So definitely check this out. I've got nothing more to say. I'm trying to keep these really short. So there you go. If you enjoyed my space rating system, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the video. Let me know your comments on the Spider. Have you read any of these? If not, check them out. If you have, let me know what your thoughts are. That's it. Until next time.